What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another video. So today it's kind of going to be, well, not really a personal one, but something that could answer a lot of questions because I have been seeing this a lot on my videos. It's a lot of players asking me why I don't play ranked that often. And I know that a lot of you guys that watch my streams already know the answer. So this video really isn't for you, but if you want to stay around, I mean, more power to you. But I think I think people that barely got into this channel probably deserve to know that. And the truth is, sometimes I haven't given you guys real answers for it. And, like, I think for once, well, actually, not for once, because I've kind of been straightforward on most things. But I think for once, I could give you guys a true answer as to why I just do not want to play ranked, or maybe even get legendary BR. There have been many ranked seasons that have passed by, and I've never really truly taken the opportunity to play a lot of them. There'll be times where I have. I mean, I think I have like 4 legendaries, in a grand total in like for my entire account. So I do have some prior experience with playing ranked, but most of those experiences were not really positive experiences. In fact, I probably played around the worst metas imaginable. I my first legendary was during the double Fennec meta, and I think one of the other metas that I was also dealing with was like the Kilo meta, the sniper meta, as well as I think the CBR meta. So I had my fair share of, I guess, negative experiences. And look, I'm not expecting ranked to ever really be a positive experience. I expect it to be a very competitive experience. But when it gets so competitive to the point where you're not really going against like competitive people, you're just really going against people that just use the easiest option to get the easiest win possible. Like that's where it becomes like a massive, like, I guess, turnoff for me in terms of like ranked gameplay. And that's the thing with ranked, that it's supposed to be like that, but it's something that has never sat right with me because in my own personal experiences with Call of Duty in general, not just this game, is that I strive to be good with every single weapon in the game. I don't like to just stick to one weapon and just be done with it. It's boring just staying in one weapon all the time. That's why in live streams you always see me use a different weapon every game. And I think that's where the problem lies. Ranked doesn't really allow you to do that without a lot of struggle. There will be some ranked games where it's just like calm, maybe we have the situation under control, but there are just other games where it just doesn't feel that way, where yeah, we'll win, but barely. It's like a huge, like, struggling match because let's say we're playing search and destroy and the entire other team is just using snipers, meaning I can't really, like, I'm basically forced to do what they're doing in order to get the win. And I'm not a person that likes stooping down to cowardly levels. And that's how I see it, because a lot of, like, I've had a lot of people comment in that restrictions video that I made for ranked, talking about how I would like it to be. And a lot of people disagreed, saying that, I mean, the reason why it's meta is because it's the best weapon. People have to use that in order to win, and I understand that. But I think in a fundamental level, I don't think I will truly understand that. If that makes any sense. I know I didn't really explain myself that well there, but like, to me, when someone uses a meta weapon, I can't really gauge how good they actually are, because it's so, like, the meta in this game could be so stupidly easy, like the most brainless people on the planet could use it. Snipers fall into that category easily because, honestly, search and destroy, as annoying as it is in ranked, it's probably the easiest way to get into legendary as fast as possible. But let's be honest, like, I know people are gonna torch this, or I guess torch me in the comments section, but like, I will always have that stance where I say snipers are the easiest weapons to use in the game, because they are. There's no question about it. If it wasn't easy to use, then no one would be using it in ranked. Let's be honest. Look at the LW3 Tundra right now. That shit's ADS speed is faster than most weapons in the game. And people still to this day say that snipers are harder to use. It's not. It's like, you could be on the spectrum and still, like, destroy people. In fact, you could be in the deepest recesses of the spectrum and still dominate people with the sniper. I mean, I'm willing to go as far as to say that, because never in my entire time playing Call of Duty, in whether it be this game or Black Ops 2, even that game, it's never been this easy. In fact, recently I live streamed me just using snipers the entire time, and I did not lose a single game. Torch me all you want in the comments section about snipers being underpowered or whatever the case may be. They are not. Like they will never, like in my eyes, they will never be underpowered. This is the only game where I've seen people switch from like a USS 9 to an LW3 Tundra. I had people today when I was streaming, like a level 36, just destroying my, just destroying all the people I was playing with a simple Koshka. He was level 36, a brand new player. And look, it's that kind of thing that I see in ranked where that I just can't stand. Where it's just and look, you guys are free to use whatever weapon you want. It's your game. You downloaded it. That's cool. But to me, it's like it's something I could never wrap my head around. I could just never respect it because it's just like you use the easiest option available. While obviously it's a competitive scene, it's like it's just to get an easy win, and I cannot respect that. Every time I was in ranked, I either used the Peacekeeper or the Amax, something that doesn't that is far more, I guess, requires a little bit more effort to put in, given that, you know, the time to kill, the ADS speed are a lot different compared to like a CBR or a Switchblade or even a USS 9. Like I've always like used those things. That's why I have Master on the ASVAL and the AMAX. So while I understand people's decision to do it, like for me myself, I can never wrap my head around it, and even I can't even use it myself sometimes. You know, that's why in live streams or even in gameplay videos, you almost never see me use any meta weapons at all. I just use whatever I want to use. If I use the USS 9 or the LW3 Tundra every single game, it would get boring because I would just win every match so easily. Look, I understand that, you know, it takes a certain level of skill to be good with a gun, have good aim and everything, but no, you cannot deny that using a meta weapon in any situation, whether it be ranked or just public matches, you cannot deny it that it doesn't make a difference. It does make a difference. It's the same shit that Stealth said about iPads, you know, or like about tablets, how they have such a higher advantage. And people torched his ass for that. And I can never understand why, because it's honestly the truth. I'll never forget how much shit Bobby Plays and everyone else called him out on saying something like that, because I mean, you would think them of all people would actually agree. I mean, they have iPads themselves. You really don't normally see them using phones. So, I mean, even myself, I mean, I rather play on a tablet than on a phone. Even if I'm on controller. Like, you don't see me, like, here complaining that, oh, touch players are bullshit. They, like, it's so easy to use touch. I know it's fucking hard. Why do you think I'm on controller? Because I don't want to fucking learn it. I'm lazy like that. And plus, I'm already known as a controller player. And plus, it's already 5 years. So, it will take me forever to fucking adapt anyways. But, yeah, I mean, like, that's how honest I will be with you guys. But to... I guess to add more honesty as to why I don't play ranked, look, I am more than capable of getting legendary in ranked. And trust me, I've gone against people that have what's that little French or like that freaking ranked skin for the LK24, the one that you get for like getting legendary 6 times. Like I've seen people with that same skin and I've dominated them completely. And it makes me wonder how they even got that in the first place. Trust me, if I could beat them, I could definitely make it to legendary and ranked. But I think the truth of the matter is, like, I don't want to play ranked mainly because I don't want to just deal with that stress. Like, I'm not afraid of losing. I'm more afraid of just the stress that it's going to cause me. Let me tell you a quick story. When I was in basic training, we had to go through this thing called the gas chamber. And this was something that a lot of people were dreading because they knew how, like, they've seen videos of how intense the gas chamber could be. And yeah, a lot of people were dreading it. But keep in mind, this event had to take place at the very beginning, like during red phase when we were like maybe 3 to 4 weeks in. It was a very, let's be honest, it was a nerve-wracking thing. Even myself, I was a little like worried about what was going to happen. And I knew, like, I guess most of us already knew that we weren't going to die from it. But what we were mostly afraid of was just the pain. A lot of us were just like, well, like, what if I puke? What if the coughing hurts? Like, what if I collapse? You know, a lot of people were thinking that. Everyone knew that they were going to be fine. They, like, I mean, the drill sergeants, they're professionals. They know what they're doing. But a lot of people were just afraid of the pain. And I guess I feel like the same way about ranked, you know? Like, I know I'm more than capable of doing it. But I'm just afraid of all that stress that's going to hit me with once I actually get to that point. Because I've been through it 4 times, and all those 4 times, it's been stressful as hell. I mean, maybe the first time wasn't that bad, but the fourth time was just ugh, like I just never wanted to do it again. I guess maybe that wasn't really a good story to relate to, mainly because I mean with that one you kind of had to do it in order to pass basic training. But here it's optional. Like you don't have to do it. And look, I've done it 4 times. I've proven myself 4 times that I can do it. But it's just like a internal moral conflict because I know, like, yeah, if I use whatever weapon I want, I'm gonna get fucking destroyed. But I don't want to use a USS 9 just to get what I want so easily. I don't want to be like, honestly, I don't want to be known for that. Like, I really don't. Like with the YouTube channel, like if you saw me use a USS 9 every day in every single one of my videos in every single game, you guys would think you guys would think I wouldn't be able to use anything else. Like, I don't want to be known as a person who just took the easy way out, you know? That's why it always infuriates me when I see people use meta, because, like, yeah, maybe they are good, maybe they are, maybe they can be. But to me, it's like, it sets off this thing that's already built into my brain. When I see someone with a meta weapon, like a USS 9, I'm just like, oh, this guy's a pussy. Like, this guy would never win a match if he was using something else, you know? Like, that's something that's already ingrained, because to me, I know how every weapon works in and out because I've grinded every single weapon diamond. Like, I know everything about every single weapon. But, like, I just can't bring myself to use the easiest ones. I just can't. It's a moral thing. That's why in live streams, like, ask anyone that watches them. Like, sometimes I hesitate to pick the USS 9. And even like today, someone, I forgot who it was, told me to put a USS 9 in my loadout. And I hesitated. I didn't do that till like a little bit later down the line. And when I did, I didn't even use a 32 round mag. I used the 50 round mag instead. Sometimes it could be a good thing to not stick to the meta at times, you know, try to be that noble person. But I mean, yeah, there are times where I kind of like drop my principles and just say, you know, fuck it, scorched earth all the way. But in a casual case, or like just in an everyday basis, I just I can't bring myself to do it. Like, it's not who I am as a person or even a player. I think what also kind of implanted that idea into my brain was also probably back in the old days, like before this game was even out, you know, I would play Black Ops 4, I would play Black Ops 3, 2, Infinite Warfare, or whatever the case may be. And I was one of those people that would look at everyone's combat records, even the top players. And every single time I saw that, like, let's say someone had like a 3.20 KD, which was it's pretty high standards. Like 3.20 KD is like you're really, really skilled. But then I would look at what weapons they use the most, like let's say the VMP, or I don't know, the AN-94 from Black Ops 2. And immediately I would just be like, oh, that's why he has that KD. Like, my brain would just discredit all the efforts that player would put in just because I saw them have a meta weapon as like their main #1 choice. Look, funny story is that like I really started becoming a little bit more competitive. Like, I would say my skills sharpened in Call of Duty the most back when Call of Duty Ghost was a thing. And trust me, I suffered a ton of abuse in that game. That game was a camper's paradise. And every single time I saw someone with like a 2.0 KD, like anything above that, I would look at their combat record and see what weapon they use the most. It would always be the same thing. It almost felt like I was fighting the same person every single game, because the only weapon I would ever see from them was like this thermoscope LMG called the M27 IAR. Like, that's the one LMG that everyone used in that game for like the entire life cycle and beyond. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't one of those people. So I literally stuck to the weakest assault rifle in that game, which was I think the ARX 160. And I just used that the entire time, and I got good with it. That's what I've always strived for in every COD game, like to always use something that was not meta and to actually be good with it, or use something that, like, just use weapons overall that weren't extremely competitive, and I'll make them good. You know, I would make it like a mission to dominate people with that very weak weapon. Okay, because I never wanted to be known for someone that took the easy way out. Maybe that's, honestly, now I think about it, this seems like a very therapeutic video, but like, to be honest, I think that's part of the reason as to why I joined the army, because like with my family, like we've, like, for the most part, we've always been teachers, at least in terms of my family. Like my dad's been a teacher, my grandma's been a teacher, like my aunts also have been a teacher, I think my sister's also a teacher. And none of us, like, since my grandfather never went into the military. and I was the first person in a very long time, in over like probably almost 100 years, to have joined the military. So like I feel like a sense of accomplishment when I do stuff that no one in my family or no one like in just any general situation wouldn't do. And look, to be honest with you, like joining the army or even simple stuff as just using off-meta weapons in a video game, like that's stuff that anyone could easily do if they set their mind to it. But that's the thing. How many people are actually willing to do that, you know? Like even when it comes down to the diamond grind, how many people are actually willing to just sit down, go into shipment for hours on end and just grind out every single weapon diamond? Not a lot of people. Even when I knew there wasn't a reward at the end of the tunnel, I still did it because I wanted to be known for one of the people that actually did it. In fact, I might have been one of the first people who have done it. I don't have any official record of that, but yeah, I mean, I had that all done by the end of December. Like I think that Diamond Camel came out during a Christmas season. And yeah, like I got that shit done at the end of the month. I was playing 8 hours every single day, getting multiple guns diamond. And I mean, it was a tough grind, I won't lie. But I mean, the point is that I did it. I could say that I did it. And I think with, ranked, like when I did it all 4 times, not once was Meadow even my top 3 weapons. Like I was proud of every single time that I got legendary because I wasn't one of those cowards that just took the easy way out. Like I'm proud of doing that. And look, I could do it again, but that shit just brought me so much stress. Like yes, it's a nice accomplishment to feel that way, but oh my god, the mental cost, it's not even worth the mental cost. I'm not really going to pretend that, oh, I'm the only person out there that's not, using meta whenever I try to grind legendary and ranked, because I know there's probably hundreds of thousands of people out there that do the same thing as I do. And really, all of them should actually feel proud that they do that, because you set yourself apart from everyone else. But keep in mind, I've played this game for 5 years. I've grinded legendary 4 times. Those were like the most, like not emotionally, but like mentally tasking things I've ever had to do. Well, I mean, at least in this game. But like just doing it over and over again every season or like every 2 seasons, like I just don't have, at this point, given that I've already done everything, I just don't have the mental fortitude to just do that like every 2 seasons. I don't know. Like for people that do, you have my utmost respect, but god damn, like I can't fucking do it. Like that's on, like if you like this is not going to be any more truthful than what I'm saying right now. Like I just don't have the mental fortitude to do it. That's the brutal truth. For an example of mental fortitude, I mean, look, I used to grind out diamonds when like on every gun when they came out same day, right? I'd get that shit Damascus and then just go straight to the diamond grind, and I wouldn't stop playing until diamond was complete. No matter if it was an assault rifle or sniper, whatever the case may be, I always just finished it off. But like if you guys have noticed, it usually takes me about 2 or 3 days to get at least just a single gun diamond. And I did that because like just dude, I don't have it in me anymore, man. It's like I feel like an adult. Like I'm 27 years old, but I felt like I've just dealt with like a lifetime of stress already, and just playing ranked, even if there's a restrictions list. I mean, I probably will grind legendary again someday, but it's just not worth the stress, dude. Look, you guys are young. Like a lot of you guys, my audiences are like very young. You guys are like in your teen years. You guys are. You haven't really dealt with the amount of stress that I've dealt with COD games in the past, or even just life stuff. So you guys probably have a lot more patience than I do. But like for me, I just don't, man. Like honestly, that's the real answer that you're ever gonna get as to why I don't play ranked as often as I should. Like BR to me isn't much of a problem because I could just go into Alcatraz and just, it's basically just keep playing until you get to that point. It's not that hard. But with ranked, it's a different story because it's just like ultra competitive. And it's like, yes, I'm good in my own right, even if I'm on controller, which takes a bit to master as well. But like even then, it's just like like I like I've been through enough. I feel like I deserve a little bit of peace at times. I feel like also the truth is that the reason why I didn't bother to get the LK24 legendary skin for like getting legendary 6 times, even though I could just play BR 6 times. Like I just like if I did it that way, I feel like I wouldn't have earned it. because I know there's a bunch of like multiplayer ranked people that, you know, did it that way or did it both ways. And I feel like for them they rightfully earned it, but for me it's like if I did it through BR, it just doesn't feel like I earned it. Well, also in the LK24 case, I mean, I was kind of gone for to in basic and AIT for a bit, so I couldn't really grind it out. But honestly, I don't even think even if I didn't go into military training this entire year, I don't even think I would have done it anyways. I'll be honest with you. When the restrictions list does come out, I will probably try it, but in like either that or like I just get like really really bored of the game. I mean, in fact, I think like 2 out of like the 4 times I got legendary, it was just because I was bored. I had nothing else to do. But yeah, in truth, at the end of the day, I just don't want to play ranked if I know it's just going to cause me stress. I'm more than capable of doing it. I've done it 4 times in the worst possible metas. I've done it. But I just don't have that patience anymore, you know? I've grinded out this game for 5 years. I'm tired. I'd rather have a completely different camo grind or something like that because I'm more of a grinder than a competitive person at heart. But hey, a lot of you people wanted to know my answer, and there it is. And honestly, it kind of felt therapeutic just talking about this because I normally don't say what's like, I normally don't speak my whole mind on everything. But yeah, like that's really the real reason. It's just not. I mean, I don't fucking feel like doing it. Like I know I play in public matches all the time, but I mean, it's fun. You know, I still find some joy in that. It may not always be competitive, and sometimes I deal with people that are probably worse than people in fucking ranked. But I mean, just to know that I can beat them is it's enough for me, you know? Like I've already proven myself. Like I don't need to do anything else. I mean, I've done everything I need to do in this game, but I'm still going to review every single weapon and everything. Like that's my main goal. But like I want to be upfront with you guys because I don't want to be like other people and just lie or clickbait or anything like that. Like you wanted the answer, you got it. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. I'll see you guys next time.